My name is Lawrence Bud Young, and I am proud to have been the first rodeo coach at Northwest. It's kind of a funny deal. My dad worked for the Corps of Engineers, so we lived everywhere. And we wound up in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and some of the kids that I was going to school with were members of a riding club. So I got to going out there and watching those kids, and I said, hell yeah, that's me right there. So that was 1956 or 7, and I actually started riding calves when I was 13 and started riding bulls when I was 15, which was pretty young. I was the youngest guy there. My wife was out here from Independence, where she grew up, so we came out there, and I was going to some rodeos around, local rodeos and stuff around, and I met some guys from Northwest that were, some kids, students here that were rodeoing too, and I'd visit with them at the rodeos. So I said, Mr. Mayfield's going to retire. Why don't you see if you can come up there? I said, we want a college rodeo team. He said, boy, you'd be just right for that. And I said, yes, sir, I would. Alan Holliday was the head of the department. And Alan went over, and I talked to Alan about it, and he said, well, let me go talk to Mr. Mack. And he said, well, I don't care if I have one, but we ain't paying nothing. We ain't spending no money on it. So, when we'd go to those college rodeos, hell, I'd just get in the truck with them kids and go. But as far as Northwest, it was just some kids riding horses. Jim Miles was the athletic director that really helped me a lot. He realized that it was the real deal and not just some kids out there riding horses. And then, as time went by, they kind of realized that we weren't going away. So they actually set up a pretty good budget. And people in this area, they were always interested. We've always had a good crowd at stuff. The public just, they look forward to it. Probably Jack Robertson. He was probably the really one hand that really stand out. There were some guys that, there were actually 3 or 4 of them that came that one year, and that would have been 77. Eddie Halfacre, Jack Robinson, Darrell Dunn, those guys, they had some juice. We've had several guys that have gone to school here that went on to pro rodeo careers. Jack was one of them, and Eddie Halfacre too. Eddie Halfacre won the Southeast Circuit Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association, won the bull riding in it. Jack won the bareback riding in it. So, they've gone on to bigger and better things. I rodeoed with Will's dad. Will's dad rode bulls, and I've been knowing him for 40 years, and we rodeoed a lot together. I'd see his dad every weekend just about, and Will is just, that's all he's ever known. He's been exposed to rodeo all his life. Will's deal is that Will really wants a world championship team for Northwest. And I don't think there's any way to keep it from happening. I think it's gonna happen. But you give him another year, he's gonna be spectacular. He's good, but he ain't seen nothing yet. I come out here to practice when Will and them are bucking bulls. Come out here and coach when they're bucking bulls out here. I stay out of the way, and when they get through riding, I go talk to them. This was good, you need to change this. My granddaddy went to school here when it was Tate County Agricultural High School. My mother and daddy met here. I went to school here. My son graduated from here, and my grandson went to school here. That's 5 generations of Northwest Youngs. This is, I went to Mississippi State, and, that's all well and good, but Northwest is home. This is my home. And it's, it's like coming home.